South Jamaica, baby, they made me to be the greatest. Serving the deed of my creators. Fresh off of my high haters. It's the king again. Magdalene, chauffeured, bragging and boasting.
YouTube, it up? It's your boy Dollars. Welcome back to the channel. It's another day, another dollar video. This time I got a reaction to Trap Geek's documentary about King Von. It's 9 minutes and 38 seconds long. It's called The Soft-Spoken Assassin. King Von, man, to me, like I said, he's one of the hottest coming out of Chicago. I really like him a lot. I like his music. That boy, he's cold, man. He's cold on the microphone. And I mean, he has the reputation to back up everything that he raps about. Like, it's known. You know, he was in jail for a couple bodies, I believe, or he didn't do time for it because he beat them. But I mean, listen, man, King Von is a monster, bro. You know, and he's just an interesting person too. You know, it's like when you see him on interviews, he seems mad cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he don't seem like he's the type to like do something for no reason. If he's doing something, it's because there's a reason to it. You know, it takes something big for him to react. But yeah, I like King Von, man. No, I like him. I like his music. You know, hopefully he could avoid the pitfalls of being a Chicago drill rapper and everything that comes with that. Hopefully he could find success, and you know, he don't have to suffer the same fate that everybody else has. So let's check out this documentary. Trap Geek, one of my favorite channels on YouTube.
What I'm smoking on,
Back to that breaking news live from Chopper 2, a mass shooting. At least 6 people shot. This all happening at 65th and King Drive in Parkway Gardens.
The age ranges of those people ranging from 14 to 23 years old.
If they ain't from here, don't come here, please don't.
His name is DollarBoiEnt, a.k.a. King Von. He's been on the street for too long. I want him off the street today. You guys ready?
Is that real? Is that a real press conference from the cops talking about King Von? Yeah, King Von looked mad young there too.
Alright, so probably the person that I get the most requests to do a video on, and the rapper I've been rocking with for a while now, is King Von. No doubt the most demonic figure that's come out of Chicago since the drill music wave in the 2010s. Fans are really enamored with his storytelling and music videos, but for the life of me, I don't know how King Von is a free man. I mean,
The first time I heard about King Von was Crazy Story Part 3, the one with Little Dirt. I heard that shit and I heard how he was snapping. That shit made me a fan immediately. Because, you know, any rapper that could tell stories while rapping, like, you gotta be nice. Look at Meek Mill with the Tony stories. You know, Nas has always been able to tell stories. Even 50. You know, that's a particular skill set that some rappers have that others don't, is being able to tell a story while rapping. I'm saying that's crazy.
bless him, all blessings to him, he's somehow been able to 2C slide and dodge every single case that's been thrown at him since he was 15. And while his partner Rondo was toting a bazooka on the gram, King Von was on Twitter arguing with a mortal enemy over how many bodies they each got. And this was trolling the fuck out of the police, right? They couldn't stand it. See, in Chicago, only 20% of murders ever get proven, 80% go unsolved.
20 years for the murders, plus the gun enhancement law, that's 21.
Hold on, I didn't want that.
Couldn't stand it. See, in Chicago, only 20% of murders ever get proven.
Only 20% of murders get proven in Chicago and 80% go unsolved? No wonder why they going crazy over there, because ain't nobody like catching them. God forbid that was New York, bro. You ain't getting away with catching too many bodies over here, man. You know, you gotta be a professional to get away with something like that in New York nowadays. Unless you do it and you get caught for being sloppy. But that's crazy. And we know Chicago, that's what they known for, so they know how to duck the law.
80% go unsolved.
20 years for the murders, plus the gun enhancement law, that's 21 years. So that's 41 years just for the murder. And I got 2 attempt murders.
And you beat all those charges. You were acquitted.
Yep, I don't play.
Now, we're gonna get into all this, but before we do, let me show you my song of the day. This is Mark Battles. Let's go.
Ain't been happy in a while. I be staring in the mirror trying to force myself to smile. Can't keep blaming everybody.
In this story, we gotta go to Chicago, more specifically the Parkway Gardens in the South Side, but you probably know it as O Block. Now, not only is this the home of Chief Keef and King Von, it's also the home of the former First Lady, Michelle Obama, who, when she looks back at her experience, says it was never as bad as it is now. The area has always been a huge war between two factions, the BDs and the GDs, and this war has been going back since at least the 90s. But back then there was more structure, it was organized, and it was mostly a battle over drug trade. The BDs controlled a massive 16-story housing complex just 2 minutes away from O Block, posting snipers on the roof to protect their drug dealers. Lookouts were equipped with night vision goggles, and the entire organization was pulling in $300,000.
Okay, I think I heard about that story before, about that project in Chicago, that it was almost like the Carter. If you ever seen the movie The Carter, they had a whole building on smash, and that was a drug operation going in, and they had like shooters posted on the rooftops everywhere. Like it was like the whole project building was a drug building, you know what I'm saying? And the residents were like living in fear. I think I heard about that. Also, I believe in the old Candyman movie, I think that was the project building they shot it in. If I'm not mistaken. I forgot the name of it. You guys know the name of that project building I'm talking about in Chicago, where they filmed Candyman, and what were they talking about right now? Let me know in the comment section.
A day for damn near 15 years. The BDs were run like a corporation. Money was laundered through investments into apartment buildings, a record label called MOB, a car wash, and a nightclub in Atlanta. But the leadership was taken out in 2004 with a massive
Chicago,
police
man.
raid. Their headquarters was permanently closed and eventually demolished. 50 people were charged. Whole leadership
when they together,
gone. All the BDs migrated to O Block and created alliances with the sets around the area to
when they working towards that goal, they get bread, man, and that's always been a thing. Even since the 30s, when the mob was there and Al Capone, like it was getting big money over there, man. The Prohibition era.
Out in 2004 with a massive police raid. Their headquarters was permanently closed and eventually demolished. 50 people were charged. Whole leadership gone. All the BDs migrated to O Block and created alliances with the sets around the area to go against their rival gang, the GDs. Now the GDs, which stands for Gangster Disciples, also had their leadership taken down. And now neither of the two gangs have any structure anymore, coming from the top to the bottom. It's basically just kids running around with a profound hatred for each other.
The crazy thing about like the GDs and the BDs, they were all one. I looked it up. They were all one whole organization, and then they split up into two different ones. So it's like y'all just beefing, killing each other, but y'all the same.
Trying to blow each other's heads off. And this shit escalated even further in the 2010s with Chief Keef and the rise of drill music. Chief Keef, Rondo, Lil Reese, Lil Durk, and most of the people who saw success during the height of the drill scene were all black disciples. The Gangster Disciples had very little representation in mainstream music. Their most notable figures were FBG Duck, Lil J, Lil Jojo, so the fact that Chief Keef and O Block were able to control the airwaves and the popular sound made it so they could put super disrespectful lyrics towards the Gangster Disciples in their songs, and it would become mainstream. The best example is Tuka.
Tuka's death became the focal point for a lot.
Damn, bro, they don't ever let this guy rest in peace, man. They always mentioning his name. That's the only thing I don't like, man. Like when you mention the dead people, bro. You're casting a spell on yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? When you mess with that, that's demonic. And when you mention a dead person in a bad light, like, no matter if you had beef with them, all right, they dead already. So it's like, that's it. There's no need to mention them again. But when you speak on the dead, bro, like, you're calling out to things that you don't even want to manifest. Right? That's demonic shit. There's spirits in this world, man. So you gotta be careful with the things that you say out your mouth, because words are powerful. Like even in the Bible, it said God said, "Let there be light." He created the universe with words. So if you speak life into existence, you will get more life. That's why Drake made More Life. He talks about more life because he wants to live. Look at Tupac, Biggie, life after death. Like they always rapped about death, and they manifested that.
A lot of violence because the gang members that killed Tuka
I'm trying to
then
speak
used
riches into
social
existence,
media
success.
to really insult his memory.
In this case, you have this young man actually in his coffin, and this image has also been defiled.
See, Tuka was a deceased 15-year-old boy that Chief Keef and Dirk would constantly mock in their songs. And the lyric became so popular, you had rappers like Lil Pump who had nothing to do with the situation. He's from Miami. You had Young M.A. who's from New York, and even NLE Choppa who's from Memphis. They would use Tuka in their songs or in everyday life without even knowing what it meant.
Now, you recently said some shit about Lil Pump. And he used the Smoking Tuka line?
To this day, he probably think that everything all groovy. But no, when I see you, I'm gonna slap you.
Young M.A. said it in her verse, and then she apologized for it.
And that's all I wanted.
See, the hatred between the GDs and the BDs ran so deep. The feud was so strong.
That's why I like Duck, man, because he seemed like he was a reasonable person. There's some gangsters there that they'll just violate you, even if if you do something wrong and you ain't knowing any better. But like if you try to apologize and you was in the wrong and you trying to fix that, real gangster will let you slide, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, that's all I wanted. Just apologize. That's honorable. I respect that.
Even got King Von on video teaching a little kid how to shoot a water gun while saying F Tuka.
Fuck Tuka. Fuck Tuka. Fuck Tuka. Fuck Tuka. Shoot him in his head. Boom. Fuck Tuka. Say it.
Now the death of this kid Tuka spawned something that was never before seen. A 17-year-old female assassin named Jakira, who created a social media account dedicated to avenging his death.
She was known to her rivals as somebody who was willing to shoot first, ask questions later. It's all over the internet.
Jakira was on social media bragging about the shootings that she had done. She was proud, and she let everybody know. She was very quick to let you know that she was violent and that she was not afraid to shoot somebody.
It was said Jakira was responsible for at least 15 shootings before she herself was eventually killed. Afterwards, a 4chan user hacked her Twitter and leaked DMs showing her and King Von had this weird back and forth where King Von was attempting to romance her in like a mocking way. I don't know, maybe it was real, despite the fact that they were both rival gang members. And she didn't like dudes, she liked girls. But reading the tweets and listening to his interviews, you could tell King Von is a clever, smooth talker, right? He's smooth, but he's also a goddamn demon. A blood trail seems to follow him wherever he goes. And King Von was becoming an infamous figure in the Chicago PD briefing rooms. Oh, they hated him. Police would bring him in for an armed robbery charge, possession of an illegal firearm, and they had suspicions of other stuff that they could never prove. One murder of a kid named Modell, allegedly, according to the internet detectives on Reddit, has King Von's name written all over it. It happened on a Saturday night where 24 other people were wounded across Chicago, but that wouldn't stop King Von from boasting about Modell's death on Twitter all the time. Now finally, in 2014, the police thought they had something. Von and one of his friends were at a crowded house party when a rival GD named Malcolm Stuckey was in the corner, mean mugging them. Von and them took offense, immediately left the party, came back 45 minutes later, shooting at the kid Stuckey, who was outside, along with 2 other people who tried to run. Stuckey was killed, the 2 others were wounded, and King Von and his friend were snatched up by police a couple days later. After 3.5 years, the trial finally started. It lasted a grand total of 5 days. Witnesses couldn't be located. Von kept his mouth shut for the whole 3 years, while his friend confessed to doing the shooting. So, Von beat the case, went home, and his friend got 28 years. As soon as Von was out, the dude he was always arguing with on Twitter, named Wooski, who's a gangster disciple, and his mortal enemy, was attending a funeral at the Bethlehem Star Baptist Church when all of a sudden, an AK-47 pistol, aka a Draco, was whipped out and started spraying into the crowd. Dozens of shots rang off, and Wooski was shot. Now he survived, and King Von was not responsible for this, but that does not stop him from mocking him. His fans are diehards, right? They're crazy. They read into everything he posts, looking for clues. Like this man posted an Insta story just trying to promote his new music video. And people were reading into how many skulls he put in his caption, like 7 skulls, That's 7 bodies. King Von has 7 bodies. It even got to the point where King Von went live on Instagram himself and said, listen, if the internet was right about the bodies people had, they would be in jail. So don't believe what anyone says. I repeat, anyone. And I'll be honest, I hope that's true. Bless him.
Fans are
All I know is,
any
listen,
freaking story
Chicago,
nowadays.
the clubs close at like 12, right? It doesn't go past 12 because of the violence. And I know that King Von can't go to Canada to do shows. He can't go to overseas to do shows. So it's a blessing and a curse, right? Because of his history, King Von creates this allure and this personality that people want to rock with his music, but also...
Listen, man, I'm pretty sure if he gets Drake on the phone, they could work something out. He'll go to Canada and perform. Listen, Lil Durk was on a song with Drake, and he's close with Lil Durk, so they could arrange something. Speaking of Lil Durk and Drake, I reacted to their video last night when it came out, guys. You know what I'm saying? I was on it early. I posted it up, right? And when I checked to see where my video was at, I was on the first page on YouTube. I was right, like 2 videos under No Life Shaq, which is a big YouTuber, a big reactor to music. One of my favorites. I'm subscribed to him. And I was excited. I was so happy, guys, because I thought, like, yo, that video right there could have blew my channel up, right? Then I get an email, and my video gets blocked. For no fucking reason, my video got blocked from UMG, the same motherfuckers that gave me a copyright strike. You know, I don't know what it is. They gave me a copyright strike on that Drake and Roddy Ricch song, and I didn't really get upset because I felt like, all right, it was a leaked song, so maybe I was wrong there, right? But now they blocking a video for no reason, and I see a whole bunch of other YouTubers have the same reaction. Like, I don't understand what's going on, guys. Like, I'm so angry. Like, I reacted to that video on time. You know what I'm saying? Last night, I put it out. If you check my Instagram, you can see that I show you guys that it's blocked. And that's just so unfortunate because that video could have been great for the channel. You know what I'm saying? It was on the first page, 3 videos under No Life Shaq. And like, I don't understand why I'm being targeted. Maybe somebody's hating and somebody reported it. I don't know. But it's just so upsetting. I disputed it. And I think tomorrow, like, if nothing happens, my video will be up. But it's already 2 days. I'm saying it's going to look like I was late when I actually did it on time. You know, like, I'm sorry. I'm off point, off topic. But, you know, it's just something I wanted to address. I forgot to mention that in the beginning of the video. So, yeah, I do have a reaction to Drake and Lil Durk. But it's blocked right now. And another funny thing is, once I disputed it, it went from being blocked to partially blocked, right? So that means only some countries have it blocked. But when I go look at the copyright claim, it still says that it's fully blocked. So I don't know what's going on with that. If anybody knows why, then let me know in the comment section down below. But let's finish this video.
Also fucks up his business opportunities because he can't leave the country. And that's pretty much it for this video.
King Von
Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.
I don't feel
Who do you
like
want me to
he'll be
cover
stuck.
next? Make sure you subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, this was a good documentary about King Von. I need to see some other documentaries about like Lil Durk and all them. Like, there's an interesting story, you know, very entertaining, interesting seeing how they came up. My only concern with King Von is, you know, hopefully he could avoid the same traps that a lot of the Chicago drill rappers got caught up in. You know, hopefully, you know, he's smart enough to avoid that. He's moved to Atlanta, but he's still being Chicago, so you know, that's a slippery slope that he's walking over there. But like I said, I like King Von. I like his music. And I look forward to seeing what he does next, man, because King Von is hot right now. You know what I'm saying? Lil Durk, I'm starting to respect Lil Durk as an artist more and more. The more music that I hear from him, I was sleeping on Durk. I ain't gonna lie. Now I've been listening to more of his music, and I'm like, damn, he can rap. I fucks with Durk. I'm saying, like I said, I don't choose sides and none of that what's going on. I'm just reacting to it, and I'm a fan of the music. So if you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like. All my subscribers watching this video, make sure y'all like the video, guys, so you can help the channel out. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's your boy Dollars. I'll holla.